Hello and welcome to the vlog. My name's Angie and I make food and fitness content, and welcome back. Happy Sunday. It is 20 to 12. We've just come back from breakfast. We got woken up at 7:20 by a call from friends because we didn't confirm whether we were going to breakfast. I think we got 4.5 hours sleep. We went to bed quite late last night, so we'll just see how we go today and whether we're going to be able to make it through without a nap. On the agenda today, I do need to get a 9-kilometer run in. Again, nothing new here. We're fighting against the weather on timing. Just went for a nice walk after breakfast next to the water, which was really lovely. But it did get quite warm and there was a couple of people out running. I'm thinking they looked hot and I was like, I don't want to be that person. I'm gonna wait till later in the day, I think, for my long run this week. What I'm going to do is make some lunch. I think I'm just gonna have some peanut butter and honey on toast and then pop off for my run. So I've just had an LCM and I'm just about to leave. We're gonna do 9 kilometers. I think I'm doing 4 up front at a conversational pace, 3 kilometers at a little bit faster, and then another 3 kilometers at a conversational pace. So we'll see you when I get home. I'm about 3 kilometers in and it's raining or spitting, so I just know I'm gonna get satched. Oh well, I'm gonna enjoy it. I overshot my run, did 9.5 kilometers instead of 9. As you can see in the run, I did actually get saturated. I needed to come home and wash my hair anyway. I ran with my vest on, which was good. It just rubs a little bit, like here on my neck. I don't know what I can do about that. I even wore a higher necked t-shirt and it still happens. So I need to have a solution for that for next time. Feeling really good that I got that done. And now I'm going to blow dry my hair with the blow brush and then have dinner. That's going to be our Sunday evening, and then I'll probably check in with you in the morning. Good morning, happy Monday. It's gloomy today. It's really not looking good out there. I'm so glad I got my run done yesterday and I don't have to do it today. It's about 21 degrees. Yeah, predicted to be raining today and tomorrow, clearing up for Wednesday to Saturday. That's your weather update. Need to stop complaining. I'll just be happy when the sun does come out all day though. I really need to wash my dog. I got these 2 dog wash products on Amazon, an odor control one for a shed control. That's why I'm so about the weather, is because I really want to wash my dog. She stinks, man. And then it's ponging up the house, and I don't do well with pongs in the house. I nearly caught up on sleep last night. I think Roop said I needed 67 more minutes of sleep, and I was like, well, I can't do that. It's got to work today. I really do think it reduces the puff, hey? The puffiness of my face in the morning is just unreal. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a full day of eating. I know that I love watching what I eat in a days. Let's show you what I have. So the first thing I'll be starting off with is a decaf coffee, and I get these Starbucks decaf pods. Quick caffeine, January 2025. Josh is stricter than I am because I still have like a little bit of chocolate here and there. Did you know that chocolate has caffeine in it? It sure does. I still have like protein powders, etc. In my machine, I do 2 ristretto shots and then some oat milk. This is the oat milk I use. So it's the no added sugar one by So Good. And I use approximately between 180 and 200 mils. And just use the latte macchiato function on my coffee machine to froth it up. Now we're just gonna chat through breakfast. So I do 2 Wheat Bix, 22 grams of soy protein crisps. I've got the soy protein crisps and instant oats in here. I do the mix myself because it's far cheaper, and I do a 9:1 ratio. So I use this partially hydrolyzed guar gum. This is a fiber supplement that's a little bit more gentle than the psyllium husk. And I use a teaspoon of that, a teaspoon of the psyllium husk, a teaspoon of flax seeds. I pour this much water into the bowl and then pop it in the microwave for 1 minute. The cat literally just knocked over the dining chair. Like, come on. That's just come out of the microwave and is like, I don't like it too runny. I like it quite thick. Got 35 grams for 2 scoops. And I'm using the Vanilla Perform protein powder that's the plant-based one from Coles. I bought it obviously, but I can't wait to switch back to my bulk nutrients because it's a little bit nicer than this. I'm just gonna stick some more water in the bowl. Pretty much like a porridgey slop. I'm like, perfect. Then we add frozen blueberries. That's about 115 grams. And then we add goji berries. And then the last thing I stick on my breakfast is a little bit of salt. And I make sure I'm drinking water throughout the day. So I'll drink, this is a 1.18 litres or something like that. And I'll drink about 2 of these a day, plus coffees and electrolytes and whatever else. So I've got my huge bowl of, I would call it like porridge, and my coffee, and it's about 7:45. So I'll check back in with you when I'm having my next snack. Okay, so it's 12:30 now and I am starving and I just don't know whether do I want my pre-training snack and then train now, or do I want lunch? Yeah, my brain's not even working. Think about this, think. I think I'm just gonna have lunch because I think I just heard Josh get home. So we'll have lunch together. We're going to have one of these Nashville chicken burgers that looks like this with some tomato with the salad that I made last night. It has potato and what's it called, Josh? What's this called?
Like a Caesar?
Caesar salad. That's right. It's a potato and Caesar salad, but I'm gonna put it on a sandwich. So we have like this big, massive sandwich. I'm excited. All right, I'll show you when I have actually like put it together. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you being clever? Can you be clever? Hey. So now we're going to construct these sandwiches. Got our chicken, potato and Caesar salad. We've got tomato. I'm going to use Praise mayo, just the light one. And that is our sandwiches. Hopefully they're good. Okay. Here's the cross section. And first bite. Tastes like KFC. That's decently good. Very, very nice. Hi, me again. It's now 2:30. I'm still pretty full from lunch. That was very satisfying. But now I'm just gonna have a decaf coffee, but iced this time. And in my iced one, I like to put about 7 mils of caramel syrup in it. And again, just the same milk, that no added sugar. Oat milk. Delicious. Hello, it's now 6:20 and it's time to make dinner. I feel like the Uber Eats ad when I say tonight I'll be eating. So tonight I'll be eating. I'm gonna do pumpkin, cauliflower, carrot, zucchini, and spotlight potatoes. I'm gonna toss some seasoning and some extra virgin olive oil on them and chuck them in the air fryer. Okay, so the potatoes already on in the smaller part of the air fryer, and then in this section of the air fryer I have put pumpkin, zucchini, carrot. So I've got a little bit of smoked paprika here, and I'm just going to kind of like lightly season the florets. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I got gifted a pack of them and they've lasted me so long. I'm just going to thank the person that gave them to me. Just put onion powder on them and then some pepper and a little bit of salt. And they'll go in the oven for 30 minutes at 220 degrees. I am literally so hungry and dinner is still like 30 minutes away, so I'm gonna have half a digestive biscuit. It's just like broken from the container, so I'm just gonna eat that. That wasn't planned. My stomach just hurt because I've left it too long between lunch and dinner. Oopsie, got hyperfixated on the task. So that made enough for Josh and my dinner plus an extra container of roast veggies. I cooked the rissoles in the air fryer last night and they just shrink so much, so I tried them in the pan tonight. I literally hate cooking in the pan and I never do it. Alright, so I'm gonna have the light mayo on my potatoes and pumpkin, and then chili jam on my rissoles and cauliflower. And this is what it's looking like. Not super aesthetic, but it's gonna fill my tummy. How is it?
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Okay. I bet. So much better than last night.
Please.
We only have fallen alive, so.
Okay. Small, please.
You getting, Josh?
Caramel sundae.
Well, that's a lot of caramel. The bottle won't drink that.
This is before putting any of the mix-ins in, so I'll just show you what I'll be mixing in. I'm gonna do mini white marshmallows, 9 grams, little golden Oreos. It's never done this before. Look at the top of it. When I took the lid off, it like all pulled up. It's weird. Then I use this Hershey's syrup. It's like the caramel flavor one. That's about 16 grams. Ooh, yummy. Yeah, and just so you know, I'm not eating this whole thing. It's blended up until here. So, and then this bit will be like firm and hard. So like I know when to eat until. Better than McDonald's. So just quickly, I thought I would share how I have dairy products is because of this lactase tablet. So anytime I eat out or having anything that has like milk products in it, I'm having one of these because my stomach is so uber sensitive to it. I will literally. Okay. Good night. Morning. Happy Tuesday. It's a little bit later in the morning. I've done some organisational stuff around the house. Lots of washing to put away. I've just become bad at that all of a sudden and leaving it till I have like 5 loads to put away, and then it becomes like this very overwhelming task, which I used to do like a little bit every day. I'm about to strip the bed and give the room a dust and wipe down. Hey Google, what's the time?
It's 10:44 a.m.
Okay.
Just so you know, now you can explore complex topics or brainstorm ideas just by talking.
Cool.
When you're ready, just say, let's chat.
And I've got clients at 12:30. So I'm just gonna jump in and do just a little bit more housework, and then I'm wanting to get my tempo run done. If I start at 12:30, I've got an hour and 45 minutes. The run will take me 45 minutes, and then I just need to shower, have lunch, and then start with my afternoon clients. I'm working from 12:30 till 6.
Nothing.
tidy and clean. Yay! So I'm just about to do my run. I'm gonna do it on the treadmill downstairs, pop some YouTube on the TV. 1 kilometre at a conversational pace, and then 5 kilometres at a 5:30 pace, so speedy, tempo run. And then I'm gonna do another 1 kilometre cool down at a conversational pace. Make sure I double knot these because I do not want them to come undone. So that's done. I'm very sweaty and I didn't really think this through because I have to sit on a call now. I just ended up doing 5 kilometres, which pace of 5:49. So I just didn't do my cool down lap and I shortened the faster interval. So with this client, we did full body yesterday and she did lower body the time before that. So we'll be doing her upper body program. It's an online PT. So I have her workout on here, the trainer eyes open on here, and then I have the video call on my phone because most people have iPhones. It's just easy. Hello, how are you? So I just went through and did like a heavy relaxation, mobility and stretching session for a client who was just feeling a little bit overwhelmed today. So it's so nice to be able to like dive into different depths of what I do in here and what I'm capable of. And if someone's having a really stressful day, being able to, I don't know, reflect that in a session of like, okay, well, let's not create more stimulus, but let's try and calm the CNS down and really sort of draw out that anxiety and bring them down into a calmer place and get them leaving better than when they came in. So it's not always about building muscle and pumping iron. There's a lot more to it in here than that, and being able to support a client in that way was just really nice today. I've just finished with my clients and John was over working in the office, and I walked in and I was like, you guys hungry? Because I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking. So we're going to Tipsy Tomato for dinner. That was that same place that we went to that had the whipped feta entree. Might get a pizza or a main.
Awesome.
So I forgot to show this last night for what I eat in a day, but I take my supplements of a night time. If you're wanting to know which ones, watch vlog 2. Right at the start, I explain all of them and why I take them. But, so this is 9 tablets. Yep. You got it? Ready? One go. That's my special skill. Good night. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's been a little bit of a rush to get out of the house this morning. I have a laser appointment. About an hour later, I have my psychologist appointment. And then I need to come back home and I need to wash the dog because it is sunny. It is finally sunny, guys. The weather is good. And then I have my hair appointment. And then I need to rush back, and then I've got some clients this afternoon and I need to get my upper body strength session done. Busy day on the agenda. Obviously, before my laser appointment, I needed to shave. I think this is like my 8th session of laser. So I get my armpits, my hoo-ha and my full legs done because I want to be a hairless goddess. Rush. Calm moisturizer, always. This one. I hate the feeling of having dry hands. You know what I don't like? Is when you go to laser and like I use like roll-on deodorant, Nivea roll-on deodorant. They're like, you can't put deodorant on. I'm like, I don't want to smell. That stuff smells so good. Anyway, I'll check in with you a bit later. So I've just finished with my laser appointment and I popped into Woolies and got a couple of things. I got some chicken thigh, some kangaroo patties, which I've not tried before. They are a good source of iron and they're lean, so nice and low in fat, or low in saturated fat. I also got some sourdough, some little cilantro tomatoes, testing my memory now, yogurt, and some light slices of cheese. So I will check in with you later after my psychologist appointment. That'll be about 12 o'clock. Psychologist done, big cry done. On my way to wash Aangie-Rose. She's in the hatch bit of my car. Quickly do this and then be back. Shower myself, have something quickly to eat, and then off for my own hair appointment. Yeah, I had a massive cry today about fertility and talking about like feeling somewhat guilty about doing stuff in my life, like drinking alcohol and eating foods that aren't like 100% nourishing. My psychologist is like, you can't have guilt around those things, you have to live. And I was like, I have been living, but I do have guilt association with those certain things. So going to potentially this fertility doctor that she has recommended, not to do IVF, potentially to look into IUI and to get Josh's sperm looked at. That might be TMI for everyone, but I think a very honest and real conversation that is something that we are going through at the minute. And it's hard not to feel like a failure as a woman because, well, I haven't been successful to fall pregnant as of yet. Let's hope that this sort of works. Well, she also spoke to me about my heart rate during exercise. Not a doctor, so that's not her recommendation, is to not elevate my heart rate so high. Limit it to around that 150 beats per minute. I literally just like cried. It's like being told that I can't have my toy, but I feel as though I got told that I shouldn't be exercising so hard, I shouldn't be running and elevating my heart rate so much just while the 2 weeks sort of like after ovulation. And I'm like, but like for me it could be extended because I ovulate so early, like according to these P-test things that I've been doing. We were obviously trying for that period of time there where it was coming back with like high and peak ratings on my luteinizing hormone. Like if I was then to like not raise my heart rate between now and like when I was to like try and pee on a pregnancy test or get my period, that is the rest of the month. I said, so you mean to tell me if I was to get my period I can elevate my heart rate above 150? Pretty much there was only 5 days of the month where I could elevate my heart rate above 150. That means potentially that's not living, Barry. Anyway, just a lot to process, I think. A lot to think about. Not wanting to waste my early 30s and hyperfixate on this. You know, everyone's like, just relax, it'll happen. Well, you know, maybe for some people it happens. But if all our moons and stars aren't in alignment, Josh and mine I mean, it actually won't happen. So we might need some intervention somehow. And I'm not talking about like hormonal intervention. I'm more talking about like, yeah, science intervention with the IUI and the washing of the sperm and getting good quality sperm and at the right timing of ovulation and that sort of thing, because what we're doing just doesn't seem to be cutting it. We have been trying for 30 months, since November 2023. Come on, inside, come on, up, jump in, cheeky bug. Feet up. All clean. Yeah. All clean. Looking so proud of herself. Okay. Good girl. So after washing Ari, I quickly raced home, had a shower, toasted some sourdough, fried up some eggs, and had some avo eggs and everything but the bagel seasoning on them. It was just like such a craving that I was having, and I bought the ingredients earlier today and I was like, yum. I think it's the healthy fats. My body was like, yum. So yeah, I'm about to get this mop washed because she's not looking too good, not smelling too good after washing the dogs. Once again, from trash to flash. But I did do a little bit of a looser curl. Oh, in love. Feels soft, feels healthy, feels nice. Appreciate you, Katie. Just finished at the gym and that took about 40 minutes. It was actually pretty quiet. Upper body. Bumped into 2 different people who said, oh, are you doing another high rocks? And I'm like thinking, no, I'm not. But I'm not allowed to. Life tells me no. Doctors tell me no. I would like a yes, please. Oh, she looked like she was eating a big Hungry Jack's burger. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. All right, off to cook dinner. So these are the kangaroo burgers that I spoke about earlier today. Good source of protein and iron in these ones, and they're 98% fat free. So if you're looking for a lean meat source, jump on the kangaroo train. So I'm gonna cook them up, and I've got some roast veggies from the other night and do some editing while I have my Ninja Creamy. I'm gonna put an alarm on my phone for 10 p.m. to get off the damn computer. And then I can still have like maybe a bit of chill time for like half an hour to an hour after I jump off my laptop, and just see how that goes as a strategy to try and get my sleep in order again. So this is dinner. We have a kangaroo patty and leftover veggies with chili jam and perinese sauce. All right, so I have my Ninja Creamy in its little case, and I'm just gonna sit down and do some editing, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Good morning, happy Thursday. I just pulled this mug out to have my coffee in. My sister and I, we got these mugs, and they have recipes on them. I think she has a banana pancake one, and I have the mocha marble mud cake. She was like, oh, we should make them, but at the moment I'm not having caffeine, so I don't know how I would make that because it's got chocolate and coffee in it. Because I was out the other day and I said, have you ever made the recipe? And she goes, no. And I was like, neither have I. Some cancellations this week, so my week has looked like far different. We've got 3 this morning, physio, and then 2 this afternoon. 5.5 kilometer easy run this afternoon, depending on what the physio says. Run club tonight. What you just saw there is me marinating some chicken in this massaman paste. I mixed it with lactose-free skim milk just to like make the paste less thick, so then it went on a little bit better on the chicken. If you don't want to use coconut milk or coconut cream because it's a saturated fat, you can mix it in with the milk. So this container is air locking. The marinated chicken is in there. You pop the lid on and then airlock it. So it stays nice and it doesn't make your fridge stink like marinating chicken. Let the paste sit on there for a good amount of time so it actually tastes good. So I just wanted to show you that I've nailed my lunch again. I'm having the same thing as yesterday. So we're having avocado eggs on sourdough, and I put this stuff on it, more than just a bagel seasoning. I just loaded the dishwasher for the 4th time today. And given I didn't do any dishes yesterday, like I just left them, breakfast, lunch, dinner, just left them. So it's not like that every day, but I do 2 to 3 a day. All right, I have a workout to do. I'm gonna pop downstairs and do that. I've got barbell reverse lunges, staggered stance, B stance, hip thrust, single leg, straight leg, deadlift, farmer's carry, step up, knee drive, standing marches, crunch and press, and then a double leg calf raise on the step. So the first warm up exercise I'm going to do is a banded fire hydrant. So you want to be kneeling on the band in a 4-point hold, pulling your rib cage to hip bones to rib cage, belly button pulled into your spine. And then we're gonna start raising up with one leg at a time. The next exercise we're going to complete is a press up position walkout or an inchworm. Place your hands down on the floor, slowly walking your palms out until you reach a press up position, and then walking yourself back up. This next one is a squat to calf raise. You're gonna go into a bodyweight squat. When you come out of it, you're gonna raise up onto those toes into a calf raise. side lunge. So starting with your feet hip width apart, you're going to come out to one side and then to the other, so alternating each side. As you come out, press your bottom back, landing in the middle, and then landing on the other side. So the next exercise that we're doing is a barbell reverse lunge. In a nice tight position, core is on, belly button to spine, and then reversing back, knee touches the floor. We're going to go into alternating reps. 10. You just want to make sure that your chest isn't coming too far forward as you go down. So the next exercise that we have is a staggered stance barbell hip thrust. So I have the bench set up in a decline position, as I find it a little bit more comfortable and can get better contraction of my glutes. One foot underneath the knee joint. Once we're elevated, we're then going to move this foot up and it's going to be on its heel. Both feet up, moving out into that position, coming down, big squeeze up. Really important to remember when you're doing a hip thrust, girls, is that lock your rib cage down towards your hip bones. So your core is engaged, because you see so many people come in with back injuries because they're doing all these heavy hip thrusts. They don't have very good core engagement. So it's just something to be really mindful of. So this is a single leg, straight leg kettlebell deadlift. You want to hold in a contralateral hold. So that means in the opposite hand to the leg that is working. I like to use a little bit of stability. Core engaged, you're going to send your foot back, making sure you're pressing through the toe of the working side. And as soon as you can't push your hips back anymore, which is about when my kettlebell touches the ground, we send it back up like a nice bend and snap. So next exercise is a farmer's carry. I'm just going to walk back and forth with these weights in my hands for about 30 seconds. I've got 15 kilos at each hand. So the next exercise we're doing is a cable step up. I have changed it from the knee drive one just because of my hip, and I feel like this is going to be a little bit more controlled. The foot that is working is the hand that is also holding that weight. You want to make sure that your knee is coming over your toe during this movement, and you can feel your glutes engaging and making sure your knee's not inverting throughout that movement and you're using your glutes throughout. All right, so big step up, really making sure that knee drive is going over the third and fourth toe. So for this one, you need a band around your feet. Core engaged, you're going to drive your knee up. This is a good one for running, that we use your hip flexors so much with running. With this exercise, we are completing a sit-up with a press. We are keeping your core engaged as you roll back. We want that weight to stay in front of your chest as you come up into your sit-up. We are doing a calf raise. We want to lower the calves down so you feel a stretch. Big press up, making sure you can feel a big stretch down the bottom of that movement. You want to be on the ball of that foot for stability, not just on your toes. So I've just got back from the physio and he has suggested a possible femoral neck stress reaction, meaning that I'll need to go get an MRI and completely stop running and weight bearing on my leg, and I can't even cycle, he said. So I can do things like body weighted exercises, I can do glute bridges and lying hip abduction, I can do lots of different things, but I need to go get an MRI in the next week. A femoral neck stress reaction can turn into a stress fracture if I keep running on it, pretty much. So that is crutches territory. So not hip flexor related like I thought. That lateral pain is coming from my TFL because it's quite tight, which is coming from a protective state. Physio wants me to stay off it as much as possible, so not going for intentional walks, only walking where needed, and not doing any forced exercise on it. So it's about 9 p.m. and just sort of coming to the realization that I'm not going to be able to train properly for about 6 to 8 weeks. So training's about to take a detour. My content's about to look very different. The things that I can do are within my control and my nutrition. probably some pool work and potentially just upper body stuff from home. So tomorrow I'm just going to take a rest day. I guess look back into this on Monday or potentially over the weekend for a solution for Monday of getting a pair of Speedos, so a full piece. For swimming, looking at getting a peanut from between my legs for swimming, because I can swim but I can't kick. So it's like very much upper body, or I can do water walking. Hopefully this MRI is quick and it comes back that it's nothing. Anyway, that's how I'm feeling. This week really took a turn I'm sorry I'm being so negative. Life hits you sometimes, hits you straight in the guts and you're like, oh. Alright, good night. Good morning. Happy Friday. I was feeling the sads last night when I went to bed. That's fair enough. We've had some big things happen this week. So I'm going to look into doing casual rates at a pool and see how that goes. I need to buy a Speedo and goggles and a cap though. And I was looking last night and I'm up for like $200 plus on those items. So we'll see how that goes. About to jump in a meeting. Got a new client review. Ari, stop licking the floor. And then I'm catching up with a friend for coffee. That'll be nice. So I'll check back in later. Say hello to my little friend. This is my forearm crutch, making a big appearance on the vlog because I've been using her maybe for the last hour. Josh insisted that I take weight off my hip. Yeah, the physio said it too. But the more I was going up and down the stairs, the worse my hip was getting. The more I was walking around on it, the worse my hip was getting. And I was like dawdling when we went out just before, and then Josh was like, let's take you to go get, take you to the chemist to get one. It's not like I can't put any weight on it, but it's like, it's taking maybe like 80% of the weight from what my left leg would be doing, which is helping because it's taking the pain away. Because now it started hurting when I'm sitting too. So it wasn't hurting when I was sitting before. It was hurting like when I was laying straight in bed, like with my legs straight out in bed. I was sitting at my computer for like a good 3 hours this afternoon. Yeah, and it was really like, I was like trying to push up and take the weight off it sort of thing. Anyway, that's the update. We just went out for dinner. I'll insert the clips here. We're using this thing called Eat Club now. So if you haven't heard of this before, get onto it because they've only got a couple in Brisbane, but it's massive in Melbourne, where nearly every place has like deals of like 20% off before 6 p.m. or we've been using that a couple of times now to get discounted prices on food out, because we have been eating out a lot. Friday night at 7 p.m. I am probably going to sit down and do some editing. All right, I'll talk to you later. Good morning. It's just gone 12:30 now, so it's actually afternoon. I haven't done much today. Kind of prepared a Woolies order. Did a bit of online shopping, but just comparing, putting stuff in my cart. And then I just did my upper body workout. Now with doing that workout, the hardest thing was like mobilizing with this thing. Say I was going to do a dumbbell shoulder press, well I would need to get the dumbbells, but like I have to get one at a time and then like limp back to the bench and then go get the other one and then limp back to the bench. and then like kind of put my crutch down and then pick the weights up. And then if I needed to move a bench, it was like extremely difficult. Anyway, still got it done, got a quality workout in. I just programmed myself a push day, a pull day, and a mix of both. And then I'm hoping to get in the pool and give that a red hot crack. Obviously, I was sharing a little bit of fitness and running content, so got to keep that up. It's just going to be in a different sort of format. Wow. Anyway, excuse my hair. I'm going to wrap the vlog up here. There's not going to be much more to show of today. And if we do anything tonight, I'll pop it in next week's vlog. Thank you so much for watching this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I appreciate you all. See you.